Golf. Is it sport? Technically, yes. But is it good? Who am I to say? The host of a show where people convince me to like things that I don't. So I guess, no. But maybe I'm wrong. And maybe that's where Kevin Bartini and Justin Anderson, two hilarious comics, come in and show me the error of my ways before somebody comes at me with a tire iron or a wood chip or a wedge guy. Weird names for golf stuff. Anyway, enjoy.
You may love a thing that I can't stand. Spiders, tofu, watching Homeland. Our interests are all varying. It's fun to be contrarian. But I'll try things that you all love to see if I can rise above. But maybe there's a chance that I just won't. So in that case, don't mind if I don't.
Welcome to Don't Mind If I Don't. Hey, I'm your host, Aaron Gold. This is the show where I don't like things, and fans and experts come on and show me why I'm wrong so I can expand my horizons and be, a better person. And what defines a person, a good person, more than someone who likes golf? Today we're talking golf, the sport of borings. And today the two golf spurts I have are, first up, stand-up comic who has warmed up audiences for The Daily Show, Colbert Report, and pretty much every show you've seen that shoots in New York, Kevin Bartini.
Hello. Thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you for being here. Your hair is very spiky.
Is it? It's a little spiky today. You got to put a little extra schmutz in it before you leave the house to counteract the weather. So
it's amazing that no matter how bad a day I've had, if I hear someone else use a little bit of Yiddish, I'm oh, I'm home. Also,
Mazel tov.
De nada.
Hey, is this Yiddish? For?
Yeah. It's, what is this for? That's as Yiddish as it gets. Also joining us are improviser and member of improv team She-Wolf and also performer in the Armando Diaz Experience here at the Magnet Theater, Justin Anderson.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Hello. Very excited to talk about golf.
I am glad you guys are excited to talk about this because I'm not. So everything on the show gets rated on a scale of 0 to -10. 0 is my ambivalence. -10 is blood-curdling hatred.
Okay.
Golf, the sport that sounds like a Muppet name, clocks in at -7.
Wow.
Oof.
I think it is aggressively boring.
So give me, I'm sorry, a little perspective here. What would be -10 for blood-curdling hatred? Is that reserved for
That's like
Holocaust 9/11?
that's up there, yeah. Also heights and spiders.
Okay.
I'd put it at a -10.
At a negative
You want
10.
those things to immediately cease in all forms.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck them into hell.
Okay.
Golf, it's like way out on it.
Golf, it's like I've tried to like golf before, and every time I do, I feel like I can feel myself getting closer to death. Like that's how slow time moves. Like I played it with my dad once. It was boring as shit. I've watched it on TV for as long as I could stay awake. It's mini golf is fine, but
I think first of all, playing golf only once is not. You're not giving yourself a fair assessment of the game. It is a ridiculously difficult game to play at the very beginning. There's so many different elements of it, and that's the fun is mastering these different elements and putting them together. Trying your very first time in saying you didn't like it is like trying to bench press 300 pounds. You know what I'm saying? It's like nobody can do it the first time.
I mean, well, I can. I'm very strong.
Sure,
but,
obviously. You know, that was obviously a bad
right.
example for you and the seps that you got rocking there. But, doing it just once, it's like anything else, like trying to go out and ballroom dance the first time. You got to learn how to do it before you can say. Watching it on television, I agree, is pretty damn boring.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, Justin, where do you clock in on TV viewing of golf?
I love it. I love it all. I'll watch it for hours and hours and hours. I follow all the players on Twitter. Yeah, I'm yeah, it's
what is it like to follow a golf player on Twitter? Is it just like hit another one today?
Yeah, I mean a lot of it's a lot like that. Yeah. It's like in the gym getting some work in, and then they're all doing like less cool versions of the stuff you'll see like NFL players doing. You know,
Yeah.
they're doing like slow balance exercises and stuff.
I imagine like the Nike commercial for golf players is just them walking slowly on a treadmill or standing in and out of a golf cart.
Yeah. I mean, they have to use some really cool camera angles to make golf look like an athletic endeavor.
And a lot of quick cuts.
Yeah.
A lot of quick cuts. A lot of different angles.
Quick cuts. Yeah.
Throw in some black and white here and color. Yeah.
Here's my first question about golf. And I really want you both to think about this before you answer. I don't want a gut reaction. Is it a sport or is it just a pastime? Because it looks like people are standing there and they're just hitting a thing. It's like it's T-ball without the running.
I mean, yes. I mean, I just did the gut reaction thing, I'm sure.
No, you took a second, and I'll keep that second in here. I won't edit that out.
Yeah, I mean, I think it can be what you want it to be. I think at the you know what I mean? Like at the top levels, it is 100% a sport. It actually puts an insane amount of strain on your body. You know, these guys are in really good shape, especially today. It's sort of Tiger was the guy who changed golfers into a more.
I was going to say, to be fair, this is post-Tiger talk.
This is post-Tiger. Yeah, Tiger was the one who was like, oh, you guys are just swinging a club, right? I'm going to go become an amazing, insane athlete and also be very good at swinging a club. And his dominance was so great that, I mean, basically every kid coming up now is in amazing, amazing shape.
Is it just a full body?
Yeah.
What?
Well, to think about like the physics and the body, what goes into a drive, teeing off. So it's not your arms. Your arms just pretty much are just for holding, but it's your shoulders, it's your chest, it's your abs, it's your back. You're engaging all these things as well as your ass, as well as your thighs. Everything is being engaged as your body turns, and to do it precisely and to do it well, it's a discipline. So to answer the question, I think it's a pastime that can occasionally be a sport. I think a big part of golf, or the thing that I like about it, it's about improving my game and myself, and is my score better than it was the last time, or have I improved my putting and that kind of stuff. It's not so much how am I playing compared to the other guy there, but
you're trying to beat your past self.
Yeah, it's like playing. You know, it's like it's the same mentality I have when I play like Call of Duty online free for all. I just want to be more engaged in the game and better, and killing more guys and lower deaths and all that. Just keep building that skill. It's the same mindset of calligraphy or other things. It's just that, unlike calligraphy, if I wanted to, I could challenge Justin to let's throw down $200 each and go play 18 holes and see who wins. And then it can become very competitive in a sport when you have things riding on it.
I play very few golf games as a competitive event.
Right.
I go out with people and I'm competing against myself. Right. And there's
trash talking and that kind of stuff, maybe.
Well, that's just fun.
Exactly. But that doesn't mean you're really competing with each other. And the rare times when I've played like, some of these kind of pro-am tournament type things, like charity fundraiser kind of stuff. It's called 90% of the time it's just called captain and crew, which is we got 4 guys on our team, 4 on yours. We all tee off whoever has the best drive, everybody else just picks their ball up to their teammates' drive, and then whoever has the best shot. So you're just as a team trying to have the best score.
So there's no lollygagging. It just keeps it moving.
It keeps it moving, and it keeps it simple, and it takes the pressure off you because you're there to have a good time. So if you shank one, well, big deal, because Justin will come along and he'll be able to hit it, and then the next time maybe I'm stronger on the green than him, and I can put up. So that's cool, but that's as much of a sport as it really gets until you're talking about watching the Masters or watching Tiger in his prime and some of these guys. But
well, since the goal is to, within the span of this conversation, turn me into a rabid golf fan.
Okay,
I will say the idea of doing captain and crew with like 3 of my buddies while driving around in a golf cart and drinking, that sounds like it could be a fun time.
Oh yeah.
So I think there's been a lot of talk recently about how like golf doesn't really like welcome people in. Like golf as a sport and like the governing bodies do a terrible job getting people who have never played to play. Because
what do you mean? Asked the one white guy to the two other white guys.
Yes. Well, I mean, yes, there's certainly that aspect of it.
It's
just
not
the barriers to entry, but I think there's that aspect of it, which is that there's a perception of golf as this exclusive, expensive thing,
Which it is.
Yeah, especially in like how it's represented in the media and how it's represented at like the highest levels, right? All of these tournaments go to these ultra exclusive places, some of which have like 1 or 2 female members out of, 600 or something like that. But the golf that I know growing up is like a bunch of dudes going to play, trying to pay $30 to play a crappy little public course,
Well, $30, yeah, but like, here's the other thing one of the other things that bugs me about it. It feels like there are just so many tools and accessories and just purchases that you have to make to even get a singular golf game going, and it kind of just feels a little scammy to me.
Well,
like,
I mean, there's a lot of your basic clubs. I mean, you just need at the very basic level, you need a bag with some clubs in it, a driver, like an iron or 2, something to be able to chip with, and a putter. So like 5 or 6 things.
I got like half that sentence, but go on.
And you need a let's say a dozen golf balls and a bag of tees at a minimum. All the other stuff is extra bells and whistles that you don't really need to play a pure game. You don't have to, but it is you touched on this. It's an economically
divisive.
It's difficult to get. You have to be of an economic stature to play the game, to get in. You do. I'm saying on a global level. The reason soccer is the most globally most popular game is it's accessible. So no matter how poor you are, you can play that game with a ball or a coconut or something at that level. To just play golf, first of all, you have to be in an area that has the open land. You have to be able to afford let's say $200 just for the basic equipment if you're buying it brand new, very low end, and then have a course that's even a public course is still going to cost you like $20 a round on average to play. So you do have to have some money to do it, but you have to have some money to play tennis. You have to have some money to be able to play football and a lot of other things.
Yeah, but with tennis, since you brought it up, I could get a racket, a ball, and a friend who has a racket. And that's it. We can just find a public
If you can find a public course, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Football, you just need a field and a ball and a bunch of people that agree on contact rules.
Yes.
Like that's all you need. Golf, you need an investment.
Yeah,
and
absolutely
that's what I mean where golf does a terrible job of convincing someone to join, right? To join to try it, right? You have to make a few expenditures to even start, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, it's relatively more expensive compared to other sports.
Absolutely.
It does not surprise me at all that golf is on your dislike list. And I could when I'm thinking of things that I can think of a million more reasons to dislike golf.
Sure.
Than to
Please
like
share
golf.
them. Give me ammo.
Yeah, economic barriers to entry, just it's pure difficulty to start off, right? Yeah. And the perception that there's a perception in golf that a hard course is a good course, right?
Yeah.
There's not a lot of courses out there built for, hey, you're Aaron Gold. You've never played golf before. Come play this insanely easy course that anyone can knock a ball around. There's almost no courses.
Well, those
like
places
that.
are called pitch and putts.
Yeah. I mean, they're terribly maintained, and there's just not a lot of thought put into. Yeah. Let's expand the game to people who haven't played it yet.
Real quick, in a sentence, can you guys tell me what a pitch and putt is?
A pitch and putt. Okay, so the basis of golf is you hit the ball with a driver. You drive a couple hundred yards, and then you use your irons to get closer to the green. And then once you're near the green, but not on it, you use your pitching wedge to pitch the ball on. And then once you're on the green, you putt. So these are golf courses that are, instead of being 300 or 400 yards, they're like 150, 200 yards per hole. So all you need basically
you're skipping the driver, you're skipping the iron.
You're just starting. Okay. You're starting off a makeshift tee with your pitching wedge. Ideally, all you need is a pitching wedge and a putter to play this course.
It's boring mini golf.
No, it's better than golf. It's better than mini golf.
Yeah, it's
mini golf is fun. It has windmills.
Sure. It has some distractions. It does.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
You can get a snow cone after it. I have nothing against. Yeah. I have nothing against mini golf. I think that the thing about golf is what it would, if you're this type of person, it would appeal to you. If you're a person who is interested in making having something that you can work on to make better, a slow progress, somebody who likes to refine. Now, personally, me, as a stand-up comedian, it's the same idea with crafting an act and your thing and how you're always working. That's the mentality. You're always trying to make something better. So the next time I do stand-up, I do better than the last time, and I work off of my mistakes. So there's this Zen thing to it of just working on yourself and making something in self-improvement. And then you combine that with the fact that it's 4 hours out in the middle.
4 hours?
Hell yeah. 4 hours out in a field.
One game is 4 fucking hours.
If you're playing 18 holes, out,
it's
out
4
in the
hours
sunshine,
is pretty quick.
Yeah, out in the sunshine in the middle of the day. Sunshine.
Whoa.
You keep your phone in your bag. It's just you and your buddies, and you're in a field and you're playing a game, and it's a nice break from life where you can have this Zen time of trying to make it better. Or the other way you get into the game is your buddies invite you and you just like going and drinking beer and hanging out, and you don't give a shit if you hit the ball, and then slowly over time you start to put a little bit of a game together, but that's what you want. For me, it's more about that self-improvement kind of thing.
I mean, I realize I do like golf for the same reason that I like improv, and that it's insanely difficult. And you will never ever perfect it.
Right.
Ever in your entire life will you ever make it. Forever you will be looking at that next little marginal improvement. Same thing with improv. It's like you will never ever do a perfect show.
It's impossible to have an 18. It's impossible to shoot an 18 on 18 holes.
Yeah, exactly.
The best golfers, other than Tiger, the best golfers in their lives maybe get one, maybe 2 holes in one ever. Tiger's got like a dozen, but most people in your lifetime, if you get a hole in one once, it's.
But I think when you talk about how golf currently is, right? Like you just express shock at 18 holes being 4.5, 5 hours, right?
Yeah.
You talk about how golf is for the standard setup for golf is an expensive set of clubs or moderately expensive greens fees, 4.5 hours out in the open sun, right? With and like hacking it around, right? That's all that is incredibly long, frustrating, expensive, right?
If someone had pitched it to me with this and I'd never heard of golf before, I would have thought it was a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, exactly. But I think the way to get you to like golf is to sort of direct you away from that traditional golf experience, right? Which you can grow to, but there's many other good starting points that are not that, right? Like the USGA, United States Golf Association, has a program in place now trying to encourage people to play 9 holes, right? Which is an hour and a half, 2 hours, right?
I will say the one time I have played was with my dad, because he used to live by chance right on a golf course.
Yeah.
And we went one day when I was visiting him and we played 9 holes. And the thing I was looking forward to the most was the golf cart.
Yeah.
Because that just sounded fun.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to do a golf cart, so we didn't. And so it was a waste of a goddamn day to me.
Yeah.
But it was just so repetitive. Like I'm shooting it over this hill, and then at the next hole, oh, look, there's another hill, but this time it's different.
Yeah.
Different hill. And sometimes there's sand, which is bad. Like, where does the fun come in? Where do we go like, this is great?
Well, like I said, for me, the fun is in that self-improvement, is in playing the same course again and again, and knowing there's that hill and how I want to play it and all that. That's fun. The other fun aspect.
You find fun in the repetition.
In the self-improvement thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? In that...
It's like a runner will constantly try to beat their time.
Exactly. Yeah. It's finding something that you can master or get better at. But the other fun thing is when you're out with your buddies and, there's you're playing, there's beer involved or whatever, there's always, with every swing, the possibility that your buddy is going to totally whiff and embarrass himself. He's going to absolutely miss the ball. He's going to shank the ball. He's going to hit the ball too hard, and it's going to hit the old man who's up ahead of you. Somebody's going to get pissed that you're rushing. There's lots of opportunities for quick conflicts out there. There's opportunities to see your buddy, your coworker, who's the most put together guy, have an absolute meltdown in front of you with throwing and temper tantrums. You do not get to see that at other stages in life, which adds to the fun as well.
That does sound tempting.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it would be fun. I mean, when wouldn't it be fun to see like an old timey rich guy break a club over his knee and go, "Gosh darn it," or something, and I don't know, then his monocle falls off.
Well, like you remember the classic scene in The Simpsons where Sideshow Bob is stepping on the rakes again and again, and how it's funny and then it's not funny, but then it becomes funny all over again because of how many times. So picture you're out with your buddy, and instead of stepping on a rake, just every time he swings the club, he fucks up, he goes wrong. It's something screws up for him, and you just watch it happen again and again, and it's funny, and you just watch his reaction, and you watch his meltdown. It's hilarious.
I did see that before. That one time I played, but the person doing that was me, and so like it wasn't as funny because it was happening to me.
Right.
Yeah, and your dad was having the best time ever. Yeah.
That smug son of a bitch. Yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, I actually, it's hard to see difference and nuance when you haven't done something a lot. Like I actually like golf because it is different every time, right?
How?
There are so for one, every hole is different, right? Every course is different, right? And every time you could play the same course and the same holes every single day, right? The first day you're going to hit it over to the right? So you're going to have one view and one difficult shot, right? The next day you hit it over to the left, you'll have another view and maybe a little easier shot, right? A whole new set of challenges, right? One day you get up against the back of a tree, right? And you have to do something that you've never done before. You know, you're like, I've never imagined a situation where I'm leaning against a tree trying to hit a ball, right? This will be the first time I'm ever trying this, right? And that potential for disaster, you know, this new potential for disaster each time, combined with the possibility that you might do something really great, just gives great potential to succeed at something very, very difficult.
So it almost sounds, and this might be too nerdy a reference for the people at this table, but so it sounds like kind of a roguelike game. Do you guys know what roguelike games are?
No.
Okay, well it's like a game that every time you play it, the maps change or the enemies change or it's different. It's never the same twice.
Right.
So is it like
sure?
So it's kind of like that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because
I never thought that I would have been the nerdiest fucking person during the golf talk, but like, yeah, that's how I processed this.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's always different, right? You're going to be playing at it, you know, even if, like I said, even if you're playing the same course over and over again, you're going to play at a different time of day, a different temperature, a different wind, requiring you to hit different shots. And so it's very creative in that way. Right? Every time I play, I'll hit a shot and be like, I've never been over here before. You know, I have to think up a solution of how I'm going to get out of this situation. So with every shot, it's a creative endeavor. Yeah.
That's intriguing. That's intriguing. Okay. So where does the fun come in watching golf?
So you mean in watching like a professional tournament or watching
let's start
other
with
people
that.
play?
Well, I don't know if we're going to get me to enjoy watching other people play while being there, because then it's just sun and outside, and I could be doing something that is
like I said, the fun is
else,
watching your buddies fuck up, and the fun when you're playing or watching them play is when somebody has some amazing shot. That's fun,
right? But that's for anything. But watching the shit on TV.
Well, I personally don't. Like I said, I don't find it very, it's never been my thing to watch. But I don't watch a lot. In fairness, I don't watch a lot of sports. It's not my thing. I watch American football, and that's about it. So to me, I don't really enjoy watching it. But there are those times with any sport, where it's coming down to the wire, where you're watching maybe two guys going into the back last 5 holes, and they're one stroke off of one another and battling it out, and that's intriguing, and it's fun to watch to an extent.
Two guys. Is golf an elimination game?
No.
Yeah, but people will be, by the end of the tournament,
Right. Mathematically
certain people will be mathematically.
Oh, okay,
you know.
okay. So it's just like we know that it's going to be one of these two that wins unless something ridiculous happens.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, now I get it.
But I mean, I love watching golf on TV. But I probably draw an analogy to, do you watch, it's like American Ninja Warrior or whatever?
Occasionally, not religiously, but if it's on and there's
Right,
nothing
like
else
with the obstacle course and
Yeah.
everything, people jumping through, right? So what's interesting about watching American Ninja Warrior, right? You don't care who gets to the end, right? You just like watching the obstacle course, right? It's like this next guy, it's like, oh, this guy succeeded at getting through this insanely complicated thing, right? And this next guy took a little different tactic and he failed, right? This next guy, you know, made it almost all the way to the end, right? When I'm watching a golf tournament, I'm watching the golf course, right? I don't care who wins. I'm watching, it's like this crazy, huge, expansive obstacle course that all these people are playing across, and everyone's playing it differently, right? So I get to watch person after person come through the same set of challenges and see how they handle it.
Well, okay. That is the best argument I've heard for watching golf. I still hate it because like if we're comparing it to American Ninja Warrior or any Ninja Warrior, I don't know why I had to throw nationalism into it, but like those obstacle courses are objectively fun. Like there's water hazards, there's weird
Golf has water hazards. That's where the term was invented.
Golf
I'm
has
pretty
lakes, not water hazards. You call it a water hazard, but it's just a lake.
Sure. No, a pond.
That's worse. That is worse.
Or a little trickling brook.
What you are doing my job for me right now. The most boring water can be outside of a glass, and golf nailed it.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of hard to argue for how interesting golf is to watch when you don't find it interesting to play, right?
Yeah.
It's like I don't watch anything on Twitch, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I'm sure there's all sorts of strategies going on, right? I don't care, right? Because I don't know what it's like. The only time I did watch video game streaming was in college when I got really into StarCraft 2 for a period of time, right? Once I had played StarCraft 2 for a couple months, I was like, oh yeah, I want to watch how other people play. I want to watch how they attack this certain situation, right? That's what fed my desire to watch.
I like the idea of your experimental college phase with StarCraft 2.
Oh, that was intense. Yeah. I had 2 beers and a Tylenol, and then I played StarCraft. I played StarCraft 2, just blitzed. Yeah.
Well, I think they're, like I said, I don't go out of my way to sit down and watch golf or much sports. I can't really argue that it's an entertaining way to spend your afternoon. But if you ever got a chance to go, like I've been up to the Hartford Open, or they have some tournaments out in Long Island, you can go and actually see a PGA tour. There is an argument to be made, no matter what it is, about the appeal of just seeing people who are at the elite level do what they do in person. Whether
that's
you
fair.
may not be a blues guitar fan, but if you get to see Clapton play live, you watch Clapton play live. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, but I was at Taylor Swift this weekend with my wife, and she did a phenomenal job. Seeing people do that kind of thing is inspirational and is cool. So in that way, watching golf and watching it live, seeing somebody tee off and actually be able to hit 350 yards, just a pinpoint accuracy, is cool to watch.
That's fair. I mean, okay. There would be something to seeing it live. Speaking of seeing it live, why are people so quiet during it?
Concentration.
Yeah, but to steal an argument from pretty much every comedian who's ever lived talking about golf, they're not that way during baseball or basketball or literally any other sport. Why does golf, the one where people are just standing there, why does that get the quiet one?
Because what you're seeing is just standing there, but it is an absolute mental game. It's the same. People are quiet during chess. People are watching them do that because it's not. Baseball is throwing the ball and swinging the bat. Golf is like the mechanics of everything, the mental, being able to shut off whatever you need in your brain to focus, to make sure that every muscle is working the way it needs to be and that you're doing it seamlessly. It takes a lot of concentration to do it right.
Pretty much every sport aside from golf is reactionary, right? It's like LeBron doesn't have time to think, oh, what's my plan? Right? When he's running down the lane, right?
But when he's throwing a free throw, ideally everybody should be quiet to respect it. But he's in a stadium where people are trying to razz him for the other, you know what I'm saying?
But
and to cheer, and the others are cheering him on.
So much of golf takes place is mental, and recently I've cut maybe a few strokes off my game in the last year or so, and all it's done is sort of illuminate to me how deficient my mental game is, right? Because as I get better and better at physically swinging the club, the results of my poor mental strength are just so obvious to me, and that's an additional challenge for me.
Can you walk me through what that mental struggle is like?
Right. So you're physically doing the same thing every time, right? Or hopefully something similar, right? To hit the ball perfectly, right? So say you're at the range or on a course and you hit the ball perfectly once, right?
Yeah.
There's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't be able to do that every time.
Yeah.
Right? The only, your body is still the same exact body, still physically capable of hitting an absolutely perfect shot. The only thing that's going to interfere with that is your brain's approach to the swing, right? You have to put yourself in the exact same mental state every single time. If I hit it over if you hit it straight and then the next shot there's a pond on the left and you're standing over it and you're thinking, don't go left, right? You're thinking in a negative, and your body is going to subconsciously react to that, and you either are going to pull it left or you're going to panic and push it way out to the right? You have to get into the exact same mental state each time, and forcing yourself into that state is extremely, extremely challenging. And it's something that's like sort of reinvigorated my love for golf in the last year or so, because I've realized how bad I am at it. And I've been like,
it's true.
There's absolutely no reason why I can't put myself in this mental state, aside from the fact that I'm just my cousin this year literally said to my dad when they were sharing a card, he was like, Justin is incredibly good. He'd be even better if he wasn't a mental disaster. Right?
Yeah.
I think he called me a head case. I think that was the word he used. He's a complete head case, and his swing is good, but if he could just get out of his own way, he'd be so much better.
Wow.
Yeah,
that sounds much more intense. So, okay. So would it be fair to say it's meditative?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I can get behind meditation.
Sure. Well, isn't it nice just the idea of 4 hours outside without
already
your phone?
know.
No, I'm just saying. No. I'm saying of anything. Just giving yourself 3-4 hours where you're not being bothered by your phone. You're not dealing with traffic. You're not flipping through cable news. You're actually getting fresh air and sunshine and just enjoying a bit of tranquility.
I like my phone. It has fun games on it.
I know, but you need to take a break from it once in a while.
I call it sleeping.
Exactly. So it's like sleeping, but you're walking.
It's like sleeping, but with the sun. What's with the polo shirts?
What do you mean?
Like, it feels like polo shirts are a very big part of golf.
Well,
like
that's
the
because
style.
the country clubs and the golf courses generally have dress codes.
All right, so that's
all there is to it.
Rich people stuff.
Yeah, it's just kind of they don't want you in t-shirts, they don't want you in wife beaters, they don't want you in blue jeans. They're like, yeah, this is the way we want you to dress.
See, if I could if I could associate golf with like blue jeans or like maybe a t-shirt or a fun shirt. Just the idea of like when I envision golf, I immediately envision polo t-shirts also, and I'm that much more bored by it because of it.
Yeah.
Like it's stylistically, it's not exciting.
Yeah. I think also another thing about those shirts and what you're wearing, it's about wearing the same clothes. A polo shirt isn't going to be moving around on your body. If it fits you right, then it's one less thing you have to be thinking of during your game. Is this shirt bunching different than everything else? It's, you don't have to wear a base, a uniform, but the clothes you wear each time are pretty much similar. So it's one less thing you have to worry about.
Okay.
I think it's also just part of the language.
Yeah, and the culture of it.
Like in the 70s, right? All basketball players wore short shorts.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Then starting in the 90s, they all together decided to start wearing, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
they just asked for their shorts to be longer, cut longer and longer and longer. I mean, and like Jordan was finally like down to the knees, right? Now they all pretty much wear long shorts, right? No, just as a basketball player now is not going to be like, give me the short shorts. I'm going to be the only basketball player in the short shorts out there, right?
It'd be a good distraction against the other team.
It would be. And just as going shirtless out on the course would be a very good distraction. But yeah, when I don't wear a polo because I'm like, this is the proper way to, it's just like, oh, this is what people
when
wear.
in Rome.
Yeah, this is
okay.
Exactly.
Can you guys explain all the bird terminology, like birdie and eagle? Because you're hitting a ball on the ground to another part on the ground. It's like the least bird-like sport.
Right.
So why all the bird stuff?
I don't know the original. Do you know?
There are so many weird things about golf that are a result of Scotland.
Yeah, that's true.
Scotland in general.
I assume it's of Scottish origin.
Yeah.
The word "for" is Scottish because you would have a four caddy, so you'd have a guy out in the field ready to look for your ball, to follow your ball and look for it.
Oh, so you're calling?
So you'd have a four caddy. So rather than say, Tim, the ball is headed at your head, right? You would say four, which is short for four caddy, and he would know to duck and run for cover.
I had always heard that it was just a shortened of before you're hit. Like before you get hit, watch out before you get hit. They would just shorten it just to four. But it could. That
I think
makes sense
it's
too.
four cat. It's it's to warn the four.
That makes sense.
It's to warn
Right.
the four caddy who's in your way that your ball is coming right at his head.
I actually learned something just now. Okay, shit.
I mean, Scottish and British golf in general, I think is more your speed. Honestly, I think a lot of what you hate is American specific golf.
That sounds
right?
fair.
When golf started in Scotland, it was a sport of the poor farmers by the sea, right? They were like, we've got this land that's useless, that can only grow crappy grass that our sheep eat, right? Here, I'm going to take this ball and this stick and I'm going to hit it around, right? I have no courtly dinners to go to, right? And that sort of culture still hangs around in the UK a lot, right? In England and the UK in general, your like country club membership, while here it's like, $50,000 entry fee, $20,000 a year to belong to a country club. There it's about £1,000 a year to belong to a club. And it's like the equivalent of your gym. It's like, oh, well, that's where I go and I play golf, right?
Okay, so America ruined this.
America ruined a lot of things about golf. Yeah.
Or just a lot
in
of
general.
things
Yeah.
in general. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's why like you see a lot of the players you see coming out of Europe and England. In America, everyone who, every PGA player grew up on a country club, right? Because they had unlimited resources to play. They had parents who were paying for them. In the UK, a lot of times
American players now have been channeled up through a PGA system that really starts looking for them young and moving them through these training and camps and all that kind of stuff. The same way that baseball and basketball and football do too. They search for that, but still, your mom and dad have to be able to afford to one of them take off work and travel to Atlanta with you so you can do this trip and all that kind of stuff. And there's it's just economic barriers here in America.
Yeah, I think the more I think about it, because I could see myself getting into like a more commoner type of golf, like an everyman's golf, but. Yeah, it does just come across as so goddamn elitist, and I equate that with boring. And I mean, yeah, fucking Trump plays it every week. It's hard for me to.
Yeah, Trump has been.
But Trump eats McDonald's too and everything else. It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't make it elitist. But it is again. It's the economic thing. It is elitist to an extent. There is. It just is. You can't get around the fact that rich people like to do it. It doesn't mean that the rest of us should abandon it because they like it. And
that's fair.
You know, I certainly don't play because I saw Donald Trump swing a club and it made me interested in the sport, you know.
Oh man, can you imagine the sad person that's like, that's the guy that got me into if Donald Trump got you into a sport, fuck you.
Right, yeah.
But all right. Okay. Any closing arguments, gentlemen?
Justin, I'll yield the floor to you, sir, to start.
Yield the floor. Nailed it. Nailed it.
We're using some great Scottish terms here.
Yeah.
I would encourage you, screw watching golf, right?
Yes, I think that is a safe assumption.
Screw golf. I love it, right?
And it's there for you.
You're not going to watch it and enjoy it any more than I'm going to watch Twitch, right? But I would encourage you to try a lesser version of it, right? What I would say is like, have you ever heard of Top Golf?
Is that a video game?
It's a tricked out. It's a range, basically a tricked out range that turns golf into like bowling, right?
Ooh.
So there's a little mat you can hit the ball out into a field, right? That has all these little buckets that if you land in those buckets, you get points, right?
Okay.
Around the mat is a booth similar to a bowling alley, right? You can all sit in that booth, take turns hitting off the mat, right?
How big is this place?
Oh, they're huge facilities. They like have clubs in the, as part of them.
Okay.
They'll come around, serve you beer at these, at each booth and stuff like that. You can order, cheese fries and stuff. And I'm sure all the golf purists out there would go crazy that I'm suggesting Top Golf, but it is something that's like,
I'd like to think that most golf purists are self-aware enough to get that.
Yeah.
Come on, you're into golf.
But it's just like there are ways to enjoy the art, the art and the difficulty of swinging a club, and sort of maybe to really get into golf, you have to catch the fever, right? If you're not
catch golf fever,
yeah. If you don't catch the fever, you're gonna hate it, right? Your experience is gonna be the same as yours. But there are ways that are more fun and relaxed and not 4 hours and not super expensive, right?
Well, these and let's just refer to them as fun golf activities do intrigue me. Like I could see myself and a couple friends getting a couple beers and just going to a driving range because that is essentially, hey, Aaron, for the next however much time you paid for, you get to hit things with this metal stick.
Oh, right. Yeah.
See how far you can hit it. That's fun.
Yeah.
But an actual golf game is a lot of hurry up and wait. And that I find just anxiety inducing, but like the boring kind of anxiety inducing. Like you get anxiety because there's nothing better to do.
Well, there's nothing worse than playing on a course that has allowed too many people on. A crowded course. It sucks. A good course, they have a person who will tell you tee off now, and then the next guy and try to pace it. But yeah, I hate getting to the green and then seeing that the guys ahead of me are haven't teed off yet or waiting for the people. That sucks. That does suck. I think what is fun, what I think your way in is like he said, is finding a fun way. Because either there's the two reasons to get into golf. Either you're looking for some way, some new challenge that you can improve upon yourself. But if you're looking to do that, then you can also at the same time just practice tossing, books of matches into a pail. It's the same
honestly,
thing.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Tossing books of matches into a pail sounds fucking awesome because if you nail it, then there's a big fire.
I didn't mean flaming ones, but I get where you're going.
Okay. All right, that's fair then.
But if that idea of discipline of trying to get better at something appeals you, go for it. Otherwise, it can just be a fun way to drink beer and to hang out with your buddies and to talk some shit and that's what I say.
Do the fun things.
Yeah.
My advice for you is
try to love the game.
Try the versions that sound fun to you. The range, the beers, right?
Absolutely.
Until you catch the fever, and when you catch the fever, you'll know.
Okay. All right. So if the fun golf stuff counts as golf,
Sure.
then if I started at a -7, I'll give you -2. I'll say I'm at a -2. I'm not sold, but you have made it appealing somewhat. You have made me think, okay, I would try that and not roll my eyes the entire fucking time. Like I'd go to a driving range. It would be essential to do it with people I enjoyed. Like I couldn't do this on my own and call it a great day, but I could see some Top Golf happening or fucking around at a driving range.
Chelsea Piers Friday nights has 8 to 10, $35 or something like that. 3 drinks and unlimited balls for 2 hours.
No way.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Something like that, right?
All right. I'd fucks with that. Chelsea Piers is good.
Let's get it on the schedule.
All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, Kevin,
Yes.
do you have anything you'd like to plug?
Even though I wasn't funny this whole time, believe it or not, I am funny for a living, and I have 2 comedy albums that were just released, so you can get them on Amazon and everywhere else. But you can find links at kevinbartini.com, and that's where you can find links to my Twitter and other social media and stuff like that. And then the only other thing I'd like to quickly plug is Monday, August 13th, I am going to be one of the comedians on a stellar A-list all-star lineup at the Broadway Comedy Club. We're doing a fundraiser for Cynthia Nixon's gubernatorial campaign. And so it's a lot of her famous friends and comedians, and people should definitely try to get tickets to that.
What time is that at?
I believe the showtime will be at 7 o'clock. As we record this, we haven't officially announced it, but by the time this airs,
in 2 days.
Yes, the campaign will have announced it by then, and we'll be able to tell you some of the names, and it's exciting.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, I can't wait.
What are the names of your 2 new specials?
Showing the Horses Who's Boss and the Unintentionally White album.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. If golf could do what you did just now, that'd be great. Justin, how about you? Do you have anything you'd like to plug?
Yes. I will not apologize for not being funny on the podcast. Golf is serious.
It is.
It's a very formal and serious event where you wear polos and
That's golfful.
That's
I
golfful.
feel bad. Now I should apologize.
But Magnet Theater, I perform on Wednesday nights with Megawatt and Saturdays at 7:30. The Marta Diaz Experience. That's about it. I'm not creating a lot of hashtag content right now.
Well, I am creating a bunch of hashtag content, and I'm going to use this right now to plug it. This week, actually, right after we get done recording this, I'm going to head on over and I'm going to just right now be a guest on Comic Book Club Live. So check out that podcast. We're about to talk about San Diego Comic-Con, which is the sport of kings. And you're probably going to hear me raving about Shazam and under-raving about Aquaman. Also, on August 13th, let's say that Broadway comedy show gets sold out. Let's say there's no way else to that. You're shut out of all Broadway comedy club because the tickets fly off, and you're like, man, well, what am I going to do at 7:30? How about come to the Magnet Theater and check out You Are Not Alone, an uplifting show about depression.
All right.
That'd be a good one. And also, I will plug it again. The live Don't Mind If I Don't will be September 6th at the Magnet Theater. I'm going to be doing a full -10, and why the hell not? I'll announce it now. I'm doing spiders. There will be a spider on stage I will have to make friends with. I'm not looking forward to it. This is my worst fear. I've never been so excited and so hate-filled for a thing simultaneously. But
Is Joe Rogan the guy on the...
No, but I've got a couple people from the Natural History Museum coming, and they're bringing some spider friends.
Nice.
No, not nice. Just bad. But come anyway. If you shout out the show on line, just anywhere, I will say something nice about you. Greg Musselman, back again. This show, this podcast got him into liking Cheers. So, Greg, I like that you are a muscle man, but also a muscle heart. because you opened it.
Wait, you didn't like Cheers?
No.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I do now. They convinced me.
All right.
I'm all about Ted Danson's gams.
Okay. Yeah.
Gentlemen, thank you guys so much for joining me.
My
and
pleasure.
if you want to get into golf, the very best way to try it is by going onto iTunes and leaving this podcast a 5-star review. It's basically like your Tiger Woods or Arnold Palmer.
Perfect pronunciation
Yeah.
of those names.
Golfers sound boring. Justin, Kevin, thank you guys so much for joining me. And as always, keep